Hey YouTube, coming at you with a focus again on Pokemon that I had not used a lot that I think have play in the Great League meta moving forward. So Altaria and Magnezone are the two we're going to focus on here. I led Magnezone a few times and then I switched to Altaria. So everyone knows that I like using Togedemaru, and people are like, Togedemaru is just like probably one of the worst electrics in there. Like you should be using Magnezone, and I think I mean I agree. I like using it, just how fast it gets to the Thundershocks, being able to wild charge stuff. But like, Volt Switch also gets you to the moves pretty quick, while also doing like an insane amount of damage. Plus having a Mirror Shot, it's a better move than Fell Stinger. So wanted to test out Magnezone, and then Altaria. Altaria is one of those where the Sky Attack nerf really hurts it, and you really feel how slow it is to get to that Sky Attack. But it's still so bulky, and in a water-dominated meta, I mean, a lot of these waters have ice moves, so it's a little trickier from that perspective because you take double super effective to ice, being a dragon and flyer. But I want to test it out again. And same thing, I always felt like it was slow getting to the Sky Attack, but it still has a insane amount of bulk. So let's look at some battles, see how it plays out. Again, I led Magnezone. Out comes a Carbank. I instantly swap for Alligator. I maybe should have chipped with a super effective Mirror Shot and then Hydro, because Hydro is gonna take two, and I feel like if I mean, it's not I feel like if I landed a Mirror Shot I could have one shot that, but the other scenario is just shielding that up and then just clawing down and coming out with a ton of energy. I mean, that energy is being dumped on Lantern, so it's not amazing. So here comes one resisted Hydro. Here comes another resisted Hydro, and they're just going to farm down. And then I think I try and eat it on Altaria, because Magnezone is very glassy, so I think I just try and eat this on Altaria. And I'm pretty sure they threw Surf into this, if I remember correctly. They do, so now I just get the full farm. What's in the back? A Dragonite. So Wing Con, do not throw a charge move. Just get that fast move damage down. Outbulking there. Again, not an amazing lead because these counters really add up. Going for Mirror Shot, they're likely to shield one chance for lowering the attack, and then they're going to take me out, so that's fine. I do get the attack fall, which is huge. Just come for Alligator just to eat these moves. Everything's resisted. So Icy Wind does lower my attack. They are staying in, so I'm just going to throw that Hydro, get this out of here. Up a shield. I may need to reset on something. We'll see what comes out next. Skarmory. Right, I remember this. I was like, okay, what do I do here? I'm like, okay, Steel Wing is resisted, so I'll just stay in here. I'll chip and then maybe come Altaria. It's probably my thought process. Or am I going to just sacrifice this? No, I'm probably going to shield and then go Altaria. Or throw a Hydro. I don't know. I can play this a few ways. Throwing Hydro to force the last shield and then Altaria is not a bad option, right? Because this will show you if they're weak in the back to this. Yeah. And that's why I did it, because if you throw that Hydro Cannon and they shield, it likely shows that they're weak to Hydro Cannon in the back. That's exactly what we see here. A Clodsire, so very weak to that. It is a... is this the one that has Sludge Bomb? Yeah, this one has Sludge Bomb instead of Stone Edge. So it's going to take a Mud Shot Sludge Bomb. So 2 is not going to take me out from here. So I'll be able to chip with another Sky Attack. And then probably Dragon Root down. But if they Sludge Bomb me out, that's even a better scenario, because then I could just claw a couple and get ahead on energy here. There's one thing I wanted to check, which I will check in a minute here. Yeah, so I'll shield up a Sky Attack, and then I will take out with a Hydro. I guess Moonblast is a Community Day move, so I should label it as such. Okay, so Altaria into the lead now. Yeah, so this team is very weak to this. They come in with Trevenant, which is actually an amazing come in because Shadow Claw is super effective and Hydro is enough to take out the rest of it. So they're going to have to shield, and I end up keeping Switch. Not that Switch matters, but I don't really want my Magnezone on it, so I'm going to try and fight for this. I guess I should be throwing Moonblast. I'll go over that in a minute. So here comes the second Hydro, and they shield. So this is great because now I will just shield and come out with energy. So if the G-Fist comes back in, which I think it does, I end up chipping it a huge amount. So out comes the G-Fist, which is, I love to see it. So, and then what's in the back? A Clodsire. So I'm just going to combo this, and then I'll just go into ALTARIA. But again, holy smokes, no answers for Magnezone here. I mean, like, no play for Magnezone here. I'm just getting ground in the back. I mean, ground in the front, ground in the back. Just have to eat this, farm, and Skytack. So I was just looking. So like once Skytack got nerfed, I knew it takes longer to get to, and if you feel that on ALTARIA. So I was just looking like, what if I had only like one move, or should I be throwing, like, what's the damage per energy and stuff like that. So Skytack is 50 energy, 90 damage, 1.8 damage per energy, and Moonblast is 60 energy, 110 damage, 1.83 damage per energy. I really don't have an answer here to this. So I think I throw this and then I eat it on the Magnezone. So I guess all things equal, if you only have, I mean, of course, if you only have one move, it's Moonblast because it does 20 more damage. But, you know, there's almost the argument that if you can live two moves, if you can throw two Moonblasts, you might want to do that. Come in here. I think I'm just going to, I'll probably just sacrifice this and go into Feraligatr. They get out into Wiggly, which is unfortunate because now these I'm just going to get out fast move damage here at this point, unfortunately. Save my 2 shields for next battle. Yeah, there's an argument to be made if you can get to 2 moves overall, like 2 Moonblasts, you're actually probably better just going to 2 Moonblasts. But again, it's so slow with the Dragon Breath that the likelihood of you actually getting to 2 Moonblasts is pretty low. But the damage per energy is actually slightly better, and the 10% chance of lowering your opponent's attack. So Poliwrath lead is tricky because you resist the counter, but double super effective Icy Winds, plus they lower your attack. Out comes a Sandslash, so what you're seeing is an insane hesitation into a catch of an Ice Punch. Get to the Mirror Shot, baiting. I just called out. I do get the, yeah, and a lowering attack. It's just because Sandslash is so glassy, I feel like you can make that call. They go straight Drill Run after. Now I'll probably just go straight Wild Charge, take this out, yeah. Or come in with, get the second shield sort of thing. And they do. So now just got to eat it on the Feraligatr. Yeah, Claw, eat it on the Feraligatr. This will hurt, but not if they throw Ice Punch. Okay. Superior. I think I Ice Beam and then Bail. Which there's an argument that I should probably be making that switch immediately. But I just wanted to chip it, take a move, and then I have a move coming out if the Poliwrath comes back in. Frenzy, very resisted. See, I don't know if Sky Attack takes out here. I probably should be going Moonblast. Yeah, Moonblast would have taken out here, and they have no shields. I definitely should have gone Moonblast. I'll know for next time to try and go Moonblast a little more when I'm using this Pokemon. So, take out the Superior. Dragonair. Having played this on the, there's your Skarmory, so there's just your wall. Although Brave Bird's still going to chunk here. So yeah, that's why I'm shielding. I'm anticipating a Brave Bird, and I know that that's going to really chunk. So I'd rather just shield that and come out with 2 Wild Charges for whatever's coming in next. And what is coming in next? If it's a Dragonair, I can just go back-to-back Wild Charges. And it's a 1-turn fast move, so I don't really need to worry about too much about timing there. Just throw the Wild Charges. You could argue, maybe I'll reset. Let's see. Otherwise, yeah, well, Dragon Breath is resisted, so it's not like I need to worry about it too much. You could argue I should maybe get one more Volt Switch through, but take it out. What's in the back? Annihilate. I'm going to instant swap here, grab a shield, try and Dragon Breath as much, and then it's just Claw down. So thoughts on Altaria? I mean, I have more battles, I think, but thoughts on Altaria Magnezone? Again, place in the meta. The Magnezone. There's a Magnezone lineup, but Magnezone is a tricky one because obviously against Skarmory you're going to be amazing, but Fighter and Annihilate, Ground and Whiscash, Fighter and Poliwrath, even though you're doing super effective there. Other Mud Boys, stuff like that. There's so many things that Magnezone's weak to. And Altaria is again a really interesting one. Every time I use it, I'm like, oh yeah, you're very bulky. You could take super effective moves with ease. Like Moonblast, still have a ton left. And then I don't know. It just has, obviously, with the limitations of Dragon Breath is such a good move, but there's other Dragon Breath users that may be better. I just go down in the 0 here because I want to just get ahead on Claw damage here. Fortunately, they get to a Grass Knot, so I have to shield, and now I'm down a shield. I'll have energy, but I'm down a shield and switch, so this is not looking good. We'll see what else they have here. A Grass-type Pokemon, so I'm going to bait here because I'm likely to grab a shield back, and then I'll swap. And what's in the back? Okay. Spicy. I have no idea what these moves are, so I think I may shield one. I was worried about like a Hydra or something, but it's just a Night Slash. And they get the attack rise, so I'm hoping they don't get another move off, which is great. Go Mirror Shot first. Try and lowering the attack. Grab a shield. I'm hoping this doesn't take me out, and if it does take me out, then I just lost this game stupidly. Does not take me out, so let's Wild Charge. That Bullet Speed will register. And now they take me out here. 4-turn, this is also why I like using Togedemaru better. 4-turn fast moves are just so awkward to use and so awkward to time on. So Neutralist Lead will just stay in here. Right, 4-turn fast moves against like a Bullet Seed 3-turn fast moves is so awkward because you have to, for the optimal fast move timing, you need to throw 2 Volt Switches for 8, and then before they get to 9, throw there. But your fast move timing is basically 2 and is it 5? 15? No, because that would CMP you. No, you're 4. That's 20. Yeah, 2 and 5. 2 and 5 Volt Switches are the optimal fast move timing. But there's very rare instances that Magnezone will ever be able to go to 5. So if you can't go to 2 properly either, you're always giving up not the best energy right there. So that's why I don't love using those 5-turn fast move Pokemon. It's just a hard counter team. There's still 50 seconds left in a battle. I guess I must hard counter this team too. It's going to be a Sludge Bomb. I think you just take the Sludge Bomb. They try and catch on an Azumarill, and hello. So I shield this, assuming a Hydro Pump. And so this is where 2, again, 2 is the optimal. 2 you can do 2 here if you want, and I will. Going straight Wild Charge, not going to mess around with the Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot is neutral, but I'm just going to take this out because I really don't want to take any more damage. Just going straight Wild Charge. Let's chip this. Not if you don't hit the bubbles. At least I get 2 more Volt Switches out of that. They're clearly double weak to Electric in the back. Maybe it's a Skarmory or something. There. So that is it. That's the team. Not even so much the team itself, because like you're very, very weak to like ground steals like Galarian Stunfisk and Steelix. If you see one, it will be a big issue. So I don't know if you want to actually pair these 2 together, but wanted to test them out. Again, Magnezone, I get the allure of it. What's her name? There's someone who is dominant with Magnezone at Worlds. I forget her name. She's dominant with Magnezone, so it kind of like people kind of recognize like, hey, maybe Magnezone has play. Plus, like other people use Magnezone. Like I think Inadequates use Magnezone once or twice too at Worlds. So people kind of saw that and then used it in Open. Again, I get it has some play. Obviously, there's enough flyers and like Mantine and Skarmory and stuff like that. Gligar is obviously the trickier one. But there's so many Mud Boys and so many counter users and a ground here and there. It's really tricky to use. And Altaria, same sort of thing. I'm just kind of split on Altaria. Like Dragon Breath damage is great. You have so much bulk. In a meta dominated by water with maybe Seed Bomb buffs and grass coming up. And then if you see more, I haven't used Scrafty yet. I tried to use, I'm pretty sure they said June 3rd is when the move is supposed to come. And I did it like, I used like 15 TMs and I have not gotten Thunder Punch. So maybe it just has not updated yet. So I'll try Scrafty, but it's a good answer to Scrafty too, because counter like Thunder Punch, Foul Play, like that's not much you need to worry about. So it potentially has play in this meta, but again, you really feel the Sky Attack nerf from the previous like few seasons ago now. But good typing. I was gonna say good typing. It's an interesting typing, Dragon Flying, for the current state of the meta, but double weak to ice, and there's a few things that have ice in here. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned this afternoon for another content viewer submitted battle, which I'll go over, and I'll see you guys in the next one.